You know what human beings are like. Any chance to start a cult and we'll do it. We're just really, really weird. Social media is the perfect tool for people with questionable intentions of all kinds, and building an occult community is no exception. Strange at best, highly disturbing at worst. So, let's dive right into some social media cults. Love ya.
I'm not here to play games, people. I don't want your worship. I want your blood beside your brethren. We're taking over this world and we're getting out of here alive. That's what's up.
In February 2020, a Reddit user noticed something strange buried inside YouTube's conspiracy community. Two unrelated channels were uploading unsettling videos in which people spoke into cameras, reversed recordings, and searched the distorted audio for hidden messages. But it was the comments underneath that suggested something larger. The same accounts appeared repeatedly, greeting one another with phrases such as blood brother, blood sister, and blood thick. Following those accounts led to more channels, then dozens more. Each page linked outward to another collection of users, creating a network that seemed almost impossible to measure. Hidden among flat earth videos, occult discussions, and claims about reptilian beings was one ritual that connected them all. It was called blood over intent. The instructions were remarkably simple. A participant wrote a declaration on paper, usually promising to help bring heaven on earth. They then placed a small amount of their own blood across the words, filmed the process, and uploaded it publicly. The video was not merely evidence that the ritual had happened. Within the movement, being witnessed online was considered part of completing it. Once uploaded, the recordings attracted familiar comments. Other practitioners welcomed the newcomer as a blood brother or blood sister, subscribed to the channel and added it to lists containing other participants. What looked like a private spiritual act, therefore, became permanently attached to a public account, surrounded by a community ready to reinforce its meaning. At the center of this maze was a Florida tradesman named Mark Braun, better known online as Quasi-Luminous. Braun claimed that on Christmas Eve in 2013, he uploaded the first blood over intent video and opened what he called the Book of Life. According to his teachings, the book could contain only 144,000 names. Performing the ritual was supposedly the way to be included and escape an endless cycle of suffering. Braun also claimed to be Satan in human form, normal. His wider worldview combined biblical language with flat earth beliefs, black holes, hidden rulers, and the idea that ordinary reality was a prison. Followers were told that paradise could be reached through a black hole at the center of the flat earth. Braun reduced the movement's central demand to a phrase he repeated bluntly, blood up or shut up. Not everybody who performed the ritual appeared to accept all of Braun's claims. Some encountered blood over intent secondhand through friendlier creators and treated it as a form of manifestation. Others said it improved their relationships, sharpened their perception, or helped them feel connected after periods of isolation. That flexibility made the movement easier to enter. A newcomer did not need to understand the entire belief system before participating. They only needed a piece of paper, a camera, and the conviction that publicly marking an intention might change their life. But the same simplicity created a serious problem. Videos showed people going further than a cautious finger prick, while some parents involved their children. Former participants uploaded warnings saying they had acted too quickly or believed they had invited something dangerous into their lives. Because the ritual had already been recorded and circulated, leaving was not as simple as quietly changing one's mind. The darkest connection appeared in Alberta, Canada. In early 2021, 19-year-old Dylan Pountney uploaded several blood over intent videos alongside material about flat earth, reptilian shapeshifters, demonic surveillance, and a world he believed had already ended. In one recording, he marked a handwritten declaration thanking Mr. Satan and said the movement was growing. On March 15, 2021, Pountney attacked Jennifer Winkler, 2 years his junior, inside Christ the King School in Leduc. Jennifer sadly passed as a result of her injuries, and Pountney was arrested nearby later that day. Investigators did not establish that blood over intent caused the attack, and experts caution that conspiracy beliefs alone do not automatically produce violence.
RCMP have charged 19-year-old Dylan Pountney with first-degree murder. He remains in custody. RCMP say Winkler and Pountney were known to each other, and Winkler's sister telling City News they are not related and not from the same household.
The online material, nevertheless, showed how deeply Pountney had entered overlapping worlds of paranoia, occult ritual, and apocalyptic thinking before the crime. He was later convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to life imprisonment, with no parole eligibility for 12 years. Blood Over Intent was never a conventional organization with buildings, membership cards, or a clear chain of command. That may be what made it so difficult to see. It spread through recommendations, comments, and personal videos, allowing strangers to initiate themselves while believing they had discovered hidden truth. The rabbit hole did not require anyone to recruit them face to face. YouTube did the introductions, the witnesses arrived in the comments, and the participants supplied the sacrifice themselves.
Hey guys, so yesterday 2 FBI agents came over to my house and I spoke with them about Children of the Waning Stars and a few other things.
On July 10, 2025, TikTok creator Gigi Jarvis opened a video with a sentence designed to stop people scrolling.
I'm starting a cult and you guys are all going to be a part of it.
At first, it appeared ridiculous. Jarvis proposed Victim of the Week, where the person who posted the funniest picture would have their profile image copied by her. She invited viewers to suggest holidays and rules for the new society. It looked less like a genuine belief system and more like an improvised internet game. But TikTok rewards participation, and Jarvis had created something viewers could immediately help build. The following day, she returned as the cult leader and allowed popular comments to become law.
Hi, cult leader here. We have a popular cult member request and I want to make it law. But I was wondering what day you guys think we should do this on and also what we should do each month. I saw a member suggest that we use lime emojis for the day because ew. And then I saw another one say that maybe each month we comment photos of our animals as a sacrifice. Those are just some suggestions.
Voting turned the comment section into a writer's room for an expanding fictional universe. In another video, she joked that she had gaslit viewers into joining and listed reasons she was supposedly qualified to lead them. The delivery was exaggerated, but the language was shareable. Cults, cancellation, evil behavior, secret agreements, and TikTok shop marketing.
The time has finally come. We're going to name the cult. A lot of members have been asking about it, and I kind of want to start a Wikipedia page or a Reddit page of our lore, so we definitely need a name. Think of something clever. The member that has the highest like comment on this video will be naming our cult, so make sure you vote wisely.
The series began reaching people beyond her audience. Then, the joke adopted a symbol. Jarvis asked followers to choose an emoji combination identifying members. She described it as though she were branding the symbol onto their skin. The winning design combined a fingerprint with a star. She then told viewers to place it in their biographies, while joking that she would enter their homes and carve it into them while they slept. Within days, they appeared across TikTok.
Congratulations, we have officially named our cult, Children of the Waning Star, or CWS for short. There were a lot of votes for the name Star Prince. Would we like to use that name to address ourselves as the members, or should we vote on a different name? Anyways, be on the lookout for the next meeting because we will be speaking about the entity.
On July 13th, the community received its name, Children of the Waning Star. The mythology also gained a supernatural presence.
Many members have mentioned an entity come and visit them. Was the entity the waning star itself, or maybe a mythical creature that guards the star? Please let me know on this video. The member that has the most people agree with them will be talked about in tomorrow's meeting. Once we figure out what the entity is, we can then name it and then provide offerings.
Thousands of strangers were no longer merely watching one creator. They were repeating the symbols, calling Jarvis their leader, and contributing stories about a shared entity. Dedicated spaces reportedly appeared on Discord, allowing the mythology to continue beyond the original videos.
Hey guys, so I wanted to come on here as my actual self and be transparent as I can about everything going on because it's insane. But yeah, a lot of people have been asking me like, what exactly are we and what are our goals moving forward? And I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page.
By the 5th day, Jarvis had gained roughly 150,000 followers, and the reaction had become overwhelmingly negative. Former members of real high-control groups argued that using cult language as entertainment trivialized experiences involving coercion, isolation, and abuse. Others feared young viewers might take the fictional rituals literally. Rumors spread that followers were carving symbols into themselves or planning animal sacrifices. These claims circulated widely, but no verified evidence established that such incidents occurred. Jarvis appeared without the cult leader persona and tried to explain what the project had become. She said she wanted an inclusive community built around kindness, voting, and creative participation.
Hey guys, so we're not going to use the word cult anymore to describe us. Which honestly makes sense because we're just a community that uses dark aesthetics. No one is actually doing rituals or sacrificing an animal, I hope. Also, like I said in my last video, because of using the word cult and it being clickbaity and it's the reason why the platform grew so fast, I would love to post resources about all of that. I'm looking into that right now.
She rejected suggestions that members should pay subscriptions or complete initiations, telling viewers they did not need to prove themselves worthy. However, the explanation revealed how far the project had moved beyond its opening joke. Jarvis now spoke about large events, mental health resources, educational material about real cults, and a movement she believed had become bigger than herself. Even while reassuring critics, she continued referring to followers as members and described herself as helping guide the community. Soon afterward, she announced that they would no longer use the word cult. The Children of the Waning Star would instead be described as a darkly themed community.
Hey guys, if we had an accessory so we could spot out other people from our community out in public, what should it be? Like, is it a pin, a bracelet, a sock, and also is it a certain color scheme? Whoever has an idea with the most amount of likes will be talked about in tomorrow's video, so let me know.
She restarted the series as Starting a Community, Day 1, but the replacement failed to escape the controversy. On July 17th, she formally ended the project.
Guys, we're going to be in the documentary about starting a cult soon. No, you guys are going to be in the documentary about cyberbullying a girl from rumors caused by groupthink and fear-mongering. I doubt you guys are even going to watch this video too, but I'm going to get into it and air all of you out. Cult is a bad word and you should have known better. Okay, well, I didn't, and the second I did get informed, I immediately changed everything to community because that's what it's always been. And if it's common sense, then why did 150,000 people also put the little emoji in their name tag?
The experiment had lasted approximately 5 days. Jarvis later apologized for the language she had used and said she never supported harmful behavior. She described the concept as a voting-based choose-your-own-adventure game that had expanded faster than she could control. She also said she'd faced harassment and the release of personal information during the backlash. Children of the Waning Star was probably never a functioning cult. There was no verified doctrine, enforced membership, or demonstrated system of coercive control.
Hey guys, so yesterday 2 FBI agents came over to my house and I spoke with them about Children of the Waning Stars and a few other things.
What it did reveal was how quickly TikTok could manufacture a seemingly organized cult or community. A joke became a shared identity. The identity acquired symbols. The symbols produced mythology, rumors, and devoted followers. By the time its creator tried to rename it, the audience had learned the most important rule of online communities. Once thousands of people begin writing the story together, the person who started it may no longer control where it goes.
But yeah, I really care about the well-being of you guys, so just know that I'm doing everything I can to help out and make things better.
Grab him by the scruff of the neck and say, you're going to be with me, I'm going to be with you. That's going to probably land you in jail, you creep.
The promise behind Twin Flames' universe was impossible to resist. Somewhere in the world, followers were told, existed their perfect divine counterpart. Meeting them would not simply produce romance. It could supposedly unlock spiritual growth, financial abundance, and a permanent state of harmony. For people who felt lonely, rejected, or uncertain about their future, the idea offered something stronger than dating advice. It promised that with the right guidance, they could have everything they ever dreamed of. At the center of the organization were Jeff and Shalaya Devine, a married couple who met online in 2012. Jeff, born Jeffrey Iron, had studied business before moving to California and Hawaii. Shalaya, born Megan Plant, had worked as a Reiki practitioner and psychic. Together they began uploading spiritual relationship videos before establishing Twin Flames Universe in 2017. Their message was simple. Everybody had a twin flame, but finding that person required the correct spiritual education. That education was sold through courses, coaching, and video packages that could cost followers thousands of dollars. However, former members said the search for love became far more controlling. Jeff and Shalaya did not merely teach followers how to recognize a connection, they claimed they could confirm who somebody's twin flame was. Once that person had been identified, members were encouraged to pursue the relationship and interpret rejection as another stage of the spiritual process. This created an obvious contradiction. If the connection had been ordained by the universe, then a restraining order, blocked telephone number, or repeated refusal could be reframed as resistance rather than a final answer. Former members have said some followers continued contacting unwilling targets, leading in several cases to stalking accusations, police involvement, and legal restrictions. The organization's central technique was called the mirror exercise. A follower would identify something another person had done to upset them, rewrite the complaint in the first person, and search for the same fault within themselves. Presented as a method of healing, it made almost every conflict the follower's responsibility. If a relationship failed, the problem was supposedly still inside them. If the teaching felt harmful, that discomfort could also be treated as something they needed to correct. Former member Jesse Hersey later described how this logic affected people behind the scenes. According to Jesse, fear, anger, and doubt were repeatedly redirected back at followers, while members were expected to watch lessons, perform exercises, promote the organization, and sell its products. When people began leaving, she said they were criticized and portrayed as dishonest or spiritually blocked. The promises also expanded beyond relationships. Jeff adopted the title Father Christ, while Shalaya became Mother Christ. Their Church of Union presented the couple and their daughter as part of a divine ruling family. The organization promoted a mind alignment process that claimed to address serious psychological trauma, while the leaders were also reported to have made extraordinary claims about healing physical illnesses. Then came one of the most disturbing allegations. Because most followers were women, some members were paired with other women despite saying they were not attracted to them. Former participants alleged that Jeff and Shalaya assigned each couple one divine masculine and one divine feminine, then insisted those roles had been confirmed by God. Members have described changing names, pronouns, clothing, and appearance to fit the identities selected for them. Some reportedly pursued medical transition while inside the group. Twin Flames Universe denies coercing anyone and says its members retain complete autonomy. It has repeatedly rejected the description of the organization as a cult, arguing that its teachings are based on love, spiritual development, and mutual respect. But scrutiny continued. 2 documentary series released in 2023 brought former members' allegations to a global audience. The group later hired a crisis communications company and participated in a televised interview intended to answer its critics. Then, on July 1, 2025, the dispute moved beyond documentaries and online testimony. Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel announced a criminal investigation into Twin Flames Universe. State, federal, and local officers executed search warrants at 2 properties connected to the organization after a judge found probable cause that crimes may have been committed by its leadership. The specific suspected offenses were not publicly identified. Twin Flames Universe began as a divine dating service, promoted through social media. The danger alleged by former members was that once Jeff and Shalaya supplied their advice, they also claimed authority over what rejection meant, who followers should become, and how much of themselves they needed to surrender before paradise arrived. Thank you so much for watching. I'm uploading daily true crime and dark content here on this channel, so make sure that you're subscribed, hit like on the video, and also drop a comment so you get shown more of my stuff. Please do be careful out there, and I'll see you tomorrow.